What's up, y'all? Tokyo Xtreme Racer 2025. We waited forever for this. Last time I played, a Genki game was Wangan Midnight on the PS3. But yo, let's go ahead and hop into it real quick because I got some things that I need to say. Things of how I'm feeling. And I just want to, down below in the chat, I want to see how you guys are feeling. So let's hop into it real quick, shall we?
So there's so many things that comes to my heart, my mind, my soul. A little bit of everything there. I've been watching a lot of some of the videos made by some of the lower content creators, the higher creators. All been interesting. I've been seeing folks edit game files, so you can see what the maximum amount of power you can get, exhaust, intake, that whole spill there. Um, some people were getting angry, upset at that, but I'm just like, hey, I mean, we're not harming any leaderboards, doing anything like that. We're just seeing what the game potentially has. So I've been seeing some of the top end speeds, 421, 427 kilometers, and I'm like, that's interesting, because Wangan Midnight on the PS3 2007, that game essentially, you could only go 421 kilometers. So I'm like, oh, the speeds have increased. And then I've been hearing some from folks, some new, some old, struggling with Milan. Now, mind you, I have terrible pronunciation, so I'm going to try to do this just like I don't know if it's Genki or Genkai. I don't know. Let me use my Bankai. No pun intended, but I'm that type of guy. Okay, so anyway, yo. Uh, but yeah, this car here basically rides on rails. So Melancholy Angel. On the PS3 game, they gave her these little angel wings or whatever in the back. And then once you get further in the game, you start getting all your unlocks and whatnot. You can have 6 wings and a halo on the roof of her car. So there's going to be actual clip playing showing some of that. As you all can tell, it was interesting. Mind you, it's a 2007 game. But here we are in today's day. So there's no wrong way to beat a Monopoly Angel. Oh god, yo, my butchering is horrible, bro. There's no wrong way to beat this character. You can go with some old tactics. Where am I here? And let me go to the garage and explain the old tactic for those who are really struggling. Like the old tactic, this is a classic tactic. I'm just gonna be real. Like, what is it right there? Or is it right? Yeah, no, it's like right here. Just a little split right here. I mean, there's like all types of old tactics you can really do. If I'm perfectly honest, because I saw someone say they tried 40 times. I am so sorry. I'm sorry. Essentially, you can start at a weird point where they're slow. When I say slow, they don't get like a crazy monstrous acceleration. And you can cut them off, knock them through the wall, or whatever it is you want to do per se, right? Hang on, let me turn the game down just a little bit there. I'm not good with balancing game audio and speak. Or multitasking, apparently. I just ran straight into the wall. Was not thinking. So anyway, there's all types of little things that you can really do. So like when you're starting around this point here and whatnot, the classic little funny moment is that they just drive straight into this. Kind of like how I did earlier. Maybe that's what happened. They weren't paying attention. Like they just drive right into this for whatever reason. The other tactic is, all right. So let's say your opponent's starting here or whatever, and then you're like right behind them. 3, 2, 1, go. They don't get a crazy acceleration. Switch positions. I'm the one behind. You get beside them, slam them into the wall, and keep accelerating. It takes them a while to recover. You're bobbing and weaving in between cars. Doing the whole maximum tune, Wangan Midnight, whatever it is you want to call, right? Or you can just stack up a bunch. There's so many different things you can do to get past that. I am definitely interested in what happens past the early access. Again, my thoughts on most of the folks. I saw someone doing some VR stuff, hopping into the cars. Yo, that's really cool. I want to try, but I don't have the free time to do it with my VR. I'm busy doing other stuff. But it looked really cool, so that was definitely awesome. Back on to editing the files and just seeing what works and doesn't work. It's interesting to see what type of power that we're pushing out. So definitely wondering in terms of a tier list which car is going to have the most top end speed, because on the PS3 game it was the RX-7, then the Supra, and then like the R33 Skyline, something like that, and you had the other cars. The reason why 421 was the max speed, mind you, there's no nitrous in that game. It's literally just you can overboost. I don't know if they're going to add that as an option on this game, but it'd be interesting. But there's no nitrous, so those cars just hauled. Like, okay, let me do a little overlay of the RX-7. You'll see what the overboost looks like here. And yeah, getting to 421 kilometers in seconds is freaking astonishing. So I mean, there is a difference, but you can't really tune the last gear of how far it can go. So that's kind of why the RX-7 was the fastest. It could reach all the way up to that speed where some of the other cars were limited. Mind you, you can RB26 freaking swap every single car in that game. I made a video long ago. I think it made like 100,000 views, about 1,500 horsepower, a whole bunch of cars. Cool times, fun times. I definitely see a lot of potential within this game. Malakni Angel does not handle like this in the freaking PS3 game at all. This handling right here is just on some other stuff. Like I'm Lotus Elise on Forza right now, or Exceeding it, or I'm a Saline S7 on Forza Motorsport 1, or bro, I'm just talking about everything. Oh my goodness, what did I clip? Yo, I'm just talking about everything like leaderboard wise, you know, crazy stuff like that. Overall, this game has plenty of potential. It feels great to be back in this type of environment. I'm sure a lot of us are definitely happy. I think this game hit like, what, 15,000 people on it within a few days? Something like that? I don't remember. I don't remember that stat, so don't quote me on that. I'll just go off of based on what I know. Oh, look who it is. Let's do this car versus this car, you know? Now, I'm not going to have her crazy acceleration at this boss status, but let's just take a peek. We'll see what happens. Do they mess up off the rip? I don't even know where I started at. You know, I just clicked the button. Like, speak of the devil. Here we go. Oh, it's melancholy. You know what? I don't English. Melancholy, whatever. So, nope, they got their crazy acceleration. But it's Angel versus Angel here. Now, we don't get that type of acceleration, but we do get the handling. So, essentially, once we get up to those monstrous speeds... Oh, look, they're braking there. Someone made a comment earlier. I can't remember which YouTuber it was, saying, "Oh, they're braking here? That's interesting. Maybe I should brake here." I remember them saying that. I'm not sure who it was. But my whole thing is, honestly, on these type of games, the AI does not... If they knew that they didn't have to brake during certain sections, it probably would be a complete game over, if I'm completely honest. I've known that type of ordeal in older racing games. Like, we go back to freaking Midnight Club, Dub Edition. It's like, sometimes you're against those opponents who are just ridiculous, but you know that certain section, that certain point where they're going to brake here, and this is my only opportunity to just go because you don't need to brake there. Now, is that the game developers giving us a chance? Maybe. Or is it them just doing whatever? I don't care. A win is a win, bro. As long as you have fun and it's nothing too... I gotta think about what I was saying. I don't want to have like a crazy one. I don't want to be like cheating or something like that. But I'm saying like a win is a win when the AI is just not going all in. Like, what's a game where the AI in a racing game is just monstrous? I mean, let's think. I can't really... Nothing's coming to my mind right now. I keep thinking of Initial D and like Arcade Stage 3 taking on Bunta, but that wasn't too crazy. He just catches you in the hairpin. I'm trying not to think about Tokyo Extreme Race. I'm just thinking about other racing games, but oh well, nothing's coming to mind. So my thoughts on this game here, and I usually always forget stuff, and then I think about it later after past the video. This game is definitely fun. Brings back memories. Graphically, it's gorgeous, and it's great to be back. I'm sure we all feel the same way. It is outstanding to be back. I'm curious what they do with the rest of it. Some have been saying, is this car going to be nerfed? That's a good question because we know there's so many other faster opponents. Are they just going to be even faster than how that boss just hauled? Because, you know, King Speed's WRX STI, that might just be unbeatable. And then after that, you know, go after the Devil Z. Well, we lose. And just how fast are they going to make the Devil Z in? You know, so many questions right now. I have so many questions, I'm just wondering. They should put a Ferrari in here. Okay, I'm done. A Testarossa. Alright, I'm out of comments and everything so far. Everyone, if you enjoyed this video, like, share, comment, subscribe. I normally don't ask for that in all my videos. It's been a while since I've done a pure commentary on a game. I put a few out of this game so far. I do some streams as well. But we're gonna see where they go. I'm curious. Some people are for online, some people are against online, some people think it'll turn into I'm going to quote this because I've seen it 3 times. Need for Speed slash Forza. I don't quite understand what they mean by Need for Speed slash Forza. Maybe it's because they're highly popular games and that's mostly they're used to. My whole thing is any racing game is going to have a tier list. There's always going to be something meta. You can't avoid that. Like, this game already has meta per se. Like, the Supra is the fastest in the straightaway. I'm thinking like it must be. I don't think anything's going to be faster than the Supra right now. And then you have this car which rides on rails. So you have a car that's insanely fast here on the long arm map, and then you have something that's untouchable and cornering. Now you can go ahead and tune like a mad person, you know. By all means, just keep tuning until you can out-corner this thing, but just remember, when it comes to meta builds, it comes with something that's based. I mean, there's always going to be someone who hops in that vehicle, and the time that you thought that was, oh wow, I'm finally beating that time, but then you go against that player who's like, let me show you that you weren't running the car as fast as you thought you were. And they shave a whole 5 seconds, and you're like, well, I can't beat that. So those are real things. My point is, I don't think online would be bad. I just think we should have like a little free roam, maybe 8 players or 16 players. That'd be cool. And then set it up kind of like Wong Midnight on the PS3, where you can just have 4-way battles. Not necessarily the SP, but the other style where it's just point to point basically, and you just all just go for it, just have fun. And if you want to talk amongst yourselves and say, hey, so this car isn't allowed, this isn't allowed, go from there. Cool. Or run stock cars. R34 GTR is the best stock. Alright, I am out on that note. I've talked to you guys a mouthful. Here's my current collection, I guess. I got quite a bit here, nothing too crazy. The main thing I drive is this R34 here. I have a Serpa, a Supra, whatever you want to say, a Subaru, this little RX-7. I wasted my money on Midnight Cinderella. I had the Evo 5. I'm still working on it. It handles all right. I have this R33, which is inspired by the RGO R33. This 180SX, which, it's all right. The car I beat the Angel with. So yeah, this little adorable thing here, it was a complete waste, but it was adorable. All right, I'm out. I'm done. Yeah, that's it for me for now. I'm out.